What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is AkeemHaynes. I'm a two-time Olympic bronze medalist, author, motivational speaker, and sports commentator. On my channel, we talk boxing, MMA, track and field, and of course, motivation and encouraging content. If this is something that you enjoy, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Guido Vianello versus Jonathan Rice. What do we think about this fight? This is the co-main event for the Ajagba and Shaw card, another heavyweight bout. Let's get into it. Let's start with the gladiator, Vianello. Side note though, real quick, right? That nickname, great nickname. Gladiator is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I heard that there is a Gladiator 2 coming out. So if you heard this as well, please confirm this in the comment section below. I don't want to be out here getting excited for no reason. But enough about that. Let's get back into this breakdown. Vianello's coming in 9 wins, no losses, 7 wins by way of knockout. 6'6", 79-inch reach. Every time I've seen him in the ring, man, I mean, from a physical eye test standpoint, he looks like he's always in good shape. He's in good, solid form. But the man is mean, right? Like, he throws shots with bad intentions. When he throws his power shots, he's looking to take your head off with each shot. He really sits down on his punches, right? He attacks the body well. He's accurate with the shots. Sometimes he has those looping shots. He might come over the head or come through your high guard in different ways. But you can also tell that he's got good fundamentals. He's a good foundational boxer, right? Like, he's not swinging shots just to swing them, just to hit the moving target, but there's actually some strategy and some tactic behind how he's throwing it. And you would assume that that probably comes from his amateur background. I believe he represented his country at the Olympics, in the same Olympics that I was in 2016. So he's a little bit nimble on his feet, right? He's got good feet, especially for a heavyweight. We know that not all heavyweights can move, but I think he moves pretty well for a big heavyweight. Now, in his last fight against Jay McFarland, it was a one-sided affair, and he hit McFarland with some big shots, like some punishing shots that you could hear, right? And though I would have liked to see him get the KO or the stoppage, I thought it was a very good performance, right? McFarland had about 37 pounds on him, if I remember correctly, and he's also just one tough cat. I think McFarland was stopped maybe once in his career, so you know he's got a very good chin, right? But I did think that Vianello could have got the stoppage if he would have just been a little bit more aggressive and just press forward a little bit, right? And take a little bit more risk. But I understand he was in a comfortable setting, in a comfortable space, and did not want to risk getting caught by a shot that he has no business getting caught by. But I thought it was a very good performance, even though he didn't get the stoppage. Right? I think he does a lot of good things, and I think he has a lot of upside in his game and that he can improve on and get better. I think if he can get past Rice, maybe not the fight after that, but a following one, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the ring with a Derek Chisora or a Charles Martin or a Robert Helenius. I think those could be some good matches for him and a step up as he tries to climb that ladder and fight those top 10, top 15 guys. But we'll see what he brings to the table. This is also scheduled for a 10 round. This is the deepest, if it does go to 10 round, that he will be in. He's usually, I think his deepest fight to date is maybe been 8 rounds. So we'll see how he responds to that. Should it go the 10 rounds, I believe that it will go the 10 rounds. So his conditioning will be at question in this bout. But let's talk about his opponent, Jonathan Rice. 16 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 10 wins by knockout or stoppage. An interesting thing is that Rice fought both the headliners in this one, Shaw and Ajagba. He lost both of those fights by unanimous decision. Now, we know Ajagba is a big puncher. I mean, we know Shaw can slug with the best of them, so Rice can take a shot, right? He's only been stopped twice. So Vianello is going to have to hit him with some big, heavy flush shots continuously and consistently to take this guy down. I think Rice is a clever boxer, right? He can trick you, right? Because he's got good reflexes, he's got good jab, and he likes to use that jab to set up the straight hand, a nice little 1-2 combination that he had a lot of success with against Michael Coffey. Let's go back to that fight against Michael Coffey, not the second time, but let's talk about the first one, right? You could tell in the first time that they fought that he wanted to get the knockout. He was pushing the jab forward, but you could see every time that he was pushing that jab, he was loading up that right, ready to catch him with the next shot. And he was really sitting down on his punches. You can tell he wanted to make a statement. I mean, in that fourth round, he hit Coffey with some shots that would have buzzed some of those top 5, top 10 heavyweights, right? So he's a guy, when he makes up his mind to let his hands go and take those risks, he's going to go all the way in. He's not going to be hesitant with it. He's going to come in full force. And he got the stoppage in that fight. I thought in the first fight, he fought very well in that fight. Punches look accurate. They look sharp. They look snappy, and they definitely look powerful. And then going back to their recent fight, right? He didn't get the stoppage in the second fight. You could argue that it was more convincing than the first fight, even though he got the stoppage in the first fight. He still put some punishment on Coffey in the second fight in that rematch. Honestly, to me, in my opinion, I think Jonathan Rice, man, I think he's getting better as the years go on. Even at 35, I think he's still learning, still developing, still trying to get better. He looks like he's really dialing in on his shape and his physical body. His mind is strong, but when you're not taking care of your nutrition and your sleep, your body will replicate that and you will look like how you've been training. But he generally, when I see him, he looks good. And I think he's getting better, right? He looks like he's got a few more years in the tank, even after this fight, whether he wins or he loses. So this is going to be a very good test for Vianello. And I think both guys, he's a big man that right now got some pep in his step. He can move and he's skilled, right? So it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it, right? So who wins? I first want to say, I think this fight goes the distance. Right? Rice has the experience here. He's fought more 10-round fights and went the distance in those 10-round fights. So he knows how to pace himself in the fight. He's going to come in good shape. And even though sometimes in his fights it looked like after the 5th or the 6th round, it looks like he's sucking wind, he's not letting his guard down and he's not letting the output stop. He's still throwing the punches and still throwing good quality shots that are accurate. Now, I personally think Vianello is the better technical boxer. I think his footwork is better as well, too. That's not to say that Rice doesn't have good footwork, but I think Vianello hasn't beaten that category. And in this one, I'm leaning more towards Vianello, the gladiator, in this one. I think he's going to treat this fight like when he fought Kingsley Ibeh. Ibeh is a interesting fighter. He's a dangerous fighter because he's very raw, and you can get caught with a shot that you should not be caught with. Right? Jared Anderson took him a while to figure that one out. So Ibeh is not an easy fight. And I think he's going to treat it like this one, but a little bit more composed. I think he's going to pick his spots and be cautious with what he does, because Rice can catch you with different shots. He can catch you in different ways. Right? And I think he's going to have to be careful, but not too careful where it makes him hesitant. But this will be a good test. I don't know what the odds are. I don't even know who the favorite is. I'm assuming it would be Gladiator because he is undefeated, but I'm not counting Rice out in this fight. I'm looking forward to seeing how it does play out, but I'm taking Vianello by decision in this one. What are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning? Let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to support the channel, there's a couple ways that you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly, greatly appreciated. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.